Antonio, Texas, and the Alamo Dome. The season reaches a conclusion, both of these teams trying to finish with a victory in the Alamo Bowl. Kickoff team on the field ready to start this postseason classic. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Aggies offense will go to work first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Aggies come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Quarterback changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Bowling. Finds his target. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And you can just feel it, couldn't you? Just how badly that guy wanted to get that first down. He knows, hey, we're on our own side of the field. We're not trying to punt. I've got to do something. I've got to make somebody miss to go pick up this first down for my offense, and that's exactly what he did.
Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. 2nd and long here. The give on the counter. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Virginia's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And this guy doubtless will be a huge part of the game plan. And he will have to deal with Jalen Braxton, who can absolutely be a blanket on anybody he's covering. Great place to start for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Thompson. Just smothered on the play. The Mountaineers in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. DB's right up on the receivers. Michael Hawkins. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
To the air, it's Bowley. Caught, it's Johnson. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, going to throw it. And wings it incomplete.
And a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
Wants to keep it in the air. Left side, it's Johnson. At the 45, on his way. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. Good pickup on that one.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. Third and long, and nothing was open deep down the field. So he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Aggies have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Wants to throw. It's Bowley. Oh, pressure's coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Man, second and inches is right where you want to be for an offense, and then you talk about flipping the script. Now third and eternity. Third and long. I like the aggressiveness, but the execution, you got to get rid of the football. You got to shoot your shot. You can't hold on to it and take the enormous sack.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Using his legs, it's Thompson. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. The Mountaineers are in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Looking for room, and he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. Straight ahead, it's Wormley. He's past the marker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the ground. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Running inside. It's Wormley. Enough to move the chains. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
To the air, it's Bowling. Fires to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, making it an easy completion.
They'll give it to Washington. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Stepping to the right. Trying to get rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
Wide receiver going in motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Turning it on! Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quick give. It's Wormley. There's a creep. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now. On 1st and goal, let's see what Utah State calls. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! Right on the money, he makes the grab in the end zone. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. From deep, it's Blackwell. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. They go play action with Hawkins. They're all over it. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Hawkins. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Mountaineers will hustle to the line. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Believe it or not, because of that check down throw, I think the play caller is going to be more aggressive as the game goes on because he knows his guy is going to make the right decisions when shot plays that are called aren't open deep down the field. It wasn't that last time. He did the right thing. Expect them to take more shots, knowing this quarterback right now is really making good reads.
Again, it's Hawkins. He'll off one deep down the left side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. The Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. Making his first move. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. From the gun, it's Wormley. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. To the air, it's Boley. Got his man on the right. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wants to throw on first. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Haynes. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Hits inside, it's Wormley. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. West Virginia uses a timeout, it's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The fake and wants to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Wade. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Hawkins from the gun on 3rd down. Short pass. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Mountaineers call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking for the edge. Now the pitch. Across the 45. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Hauls it in. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Throwing, Hawkins. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked off, and he's got open room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Utah State. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And how about the defense coming up huge? It looked like this was going to get really close, and they do what they do, man. Make that one big play, Palmer. Force not only the turnover, and then take it all the way back to the house. They looked like they were about to give up points, and then all of a sudden, they get points of their own.
And that was a bad decision by the quarterback, too, David. I get it. You're trailing on the scoreboard, but you got to know you can't get it all back on one throw. He threw that into traffic. Give the defense credit. They were where they needed to be. They didn't just pick it off. They took it to the house and added insult to injury.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We check in with Holly Rowe.
I did speak with the Mountaineers head coach at halftime. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Holly, thank you.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Michael Hawkins. Out wide left, it's Thompson. Makes the grab, down immediately, he picks up a few. And the Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. Shoots it to the left. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got his man! And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Making the adjustment. Back to pass, it's Boley. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Second down to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. Flying down the left side. The 20. Past the 10. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And that is a defensive lineman's dream. Ball on the ground. Pick it up. Make some moves. Take it all the way to the house. Palmer, I did think he was going to run out of oxygen.
Yeah, David, I don't know if that guy's ever run that far in his life. They're going to have to get him some oxygen on the sideline soon because he's got to go back on the field right away.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. The run inside. It's Wormley. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Out wide right, it's Wormley. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Boley. Under pressure. Flips it out in the flat.
Personal foul. Looking to test. Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. Making the adjustment on the play. Drops back on 1st down. Rushes on. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
I I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wormley. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Right side, it's Haynes. That ought to be enough for a Utah State first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Boley. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. It's caught downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Aggies! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
28, West Virginia, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Blackwood. And he pumps it up inside the 20.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Fires on the run. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time, throwing the incompletion.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. A productive play is one that it gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. He breaks a tackle, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Rid of it on the RPO. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Michael Hawkins on the play action. Lets it fly on the move. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to defend the field position with the return. One final play before the end of the quarter. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Might as well run him again. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Man, this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Looking downfield, it's Boley. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Inside the 25. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Just inside the red zone, first and 10 from the 19. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Back to pass on second down. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. He threw it big the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Straight ahead, it's Thompson. Oh, he's got some space. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, bring him down.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
He'll do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
He'll keep it again on the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
When he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
But nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
From the gun on third down, Hawkins. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of the...
Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. That is confidence in your arm strength. Look at the revolutions on that one as he zips it in there.
Confidence, arm arrogance, whatever you want to call it. You could tell he believed it, put it right where he needed to. You got double coverage, you got to fit it in there. He believed, and he did.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. West Virginia uses a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. He's changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, gonna throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw. It's Bowling. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Down 2 scores in the fourth. The defense did its job to get the ball back, and now just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Hawkins. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Hawkins from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. 4th down, Hawkins. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up to him, bring him to the ground.
Makes the grab and room to run. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on 1st down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
The Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Bowling. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Makes the grab. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now on 2nd and goal. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Utah State! And the pummeling has started. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they moved the ball 37 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
West Virginia, 15.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Hawkins. Look out. There he goes. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. With the clock running, this should be the final play.
1st down, West Virginia.
It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Defender got caught, a little handsy with that jersey, and it'll cost him. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. He's not afraid to go deep. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Touchdown, West Virginia! A clutch throw and catch from the quarterback and the receiver in the end zone for the touchdown.
And I tell you what, you want to get pressure on the quarterback in these situations. You drop so many guys back deep, but as a defender, you're not trying to catch.